Hi guys, welcome back, and it is time. It's time for the Journeyman. Finally, I've been looking forward to this. I got caught up on that Wigan save a little bit, which was my previous save if you haven't watched it. It was good fun, but I only wanted to be short term, but ended up won't ruin it for you, but I had a pretty decent run and did all right, so kind of carried it on. But yeah, this is what I've been looking forward to. Good old Journeyman. If you don't know what the Journeyman is, I'm sure everyone does. Might be a bit of a shock to you, but I haven't invented this. It's any good football manager, YouTuber out there, or anyone who just plays the game knows what the Journeyman is. So it's basically, for anyone who doesn't know, it's start off unemployed, lowest qualifications, so no coaching badges, I think past experience is the lowest is Sunday League footballer. So basically like myself, no footballing ability. So you start off basically as low as you can, unemployed, all the Europe. Well, I'm doing a European one, but all the European leagues available. So the aim is to kind of get my first job. It's going to be probably an amateur sort of team. You do well to get a professional club really if you've got no qualifications. But yeah, so amateur team and build my way up, try and move clubs, move to different countries in Europe and make it to as high as I can. So obviously starting with no coaching badges, I've got to ask clubs to basically put me on those, fund me to go on those coaching courses to get the badges, which then increases my reputation, my skills, and hopefully gets better jobs. All in all, obviously your reputation improves with with how well you do with your clubs you're managing. So that's a quick overview. I'm sure everyone already knows what it is, but that was just for anyone who doesn't. So these are the leagues I've loaded up. As you can see, basically I've gone for all 34 leagues in Europe. So take us anywhere in these leagues. Going to try and venture into a few unknowns because everyone's seen England, France, Germany, blah, blah, blah. It's good to try out some different ones. So hopefully we can do that. So there we go. All playable. Oh, changed that by accident then. All playable, all leagues, large database. As you can see, half-star game speed, but you don't have to worry about that because that only affects when I'm clicking continue and going through all the news and everything. So you guys are immune to that with the power of editing. I think that's it. So I'm going to start date early English pre-season because I know all the different leagues start at different times. I think in sort of Sweden area, they start in, don't know, is it December or something, January? I don't know. But anyway, they start halfway through when the English league starts, but stick to what I know. Start early England pre-season and so we'll go from there. So few rules, nothing too major. We're going to go with, obviously, European teams only. Try not to mess up club finances because I feel like that's an easy way. You can go into a club, spend, ruin the club, bugger off to another team. That problem's out of sight, out of mind. But we're going to try and keep within budgets. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do it all the time, but we're going to try and do it just so, keeping it realistic. You don't want to go in and ruin a club, unless I hate them and they decide to try and fuck me over or something. But, we'll try and be good with the finances. I'm not always too amazing with them, but we're going to try. Not many rules to it. Aim is just to get as high as possible, not really putting a time limit on it, maybe until it gets boring or a bit stale. Who knows where it'll take me? I guess that's the enjoyment of the Journeyman. The game speed is going to be pretty slow, like I say, obviously not during the games, but when I'm clicking through all the news. So as I kind of get higher and higher, maybe the reputation of clubs goes up to 3-star clubs that I'm looking at or I'm managing, I'll remove all leagues kind of below that standard because the aim is not to kind of take any backward steps, but just to keep on rising. So that should speed it up more for me really than you guys, but yeah. Okay, so obviously we're starting unemployed. Coaching badges, zilch. Sunday League footballer, which I am. So this is quite realistic in that way. So that only, obviously, there's a few points to play around with here, not many. So I'm going to, on the coaching side, give myself 3 points for tactical, mental, and technical. Take them up to 2 points because I can. Mental attributes. So I've gone for, I'm going to keep these. Adaptability I've gone for 3 because affects the chances of a manager finding employment in a foreign league. So obviously I'm English, so for me to get better jobs in other leagues, my adaptability needs to be higher. So hopefully increasing that might help with initially with these first few jobs. And then I've given myself 1 for take it up to 2 for motivating, because otherwise I'd be pretty rubbish manager, wouldn't I? Still I'm pretty shit with 2, but you get me. Hey, here we are, 27 years old, at the job centre, and for some reason this job centre only provides footballing jobs, but that's what we're looking for, so it's all good for me. So jobs I want are obviously manager, don't want international, no reserve or youths, and all nations. So here we go. These are all the current jobs available. So obviously these are going to change as clubs might be sacking people at the moment. Like I was saying, with some of the leagues being midway through, as I'm looking for jobs, some more might pop up as teams are wanting a change in manager. So I'm going to apply all for them and hope I get some good results back. As you see straight away, 61 inbox there. So obviously I've applied for 61 jobs. Let's see if I've got any replies. I won't make you go through all this with me, because as good as Football Manager is, and what a great game, there is one thing in it that is probably worse than your actual job at home. And that is doing job interviews and going through your news. And that is what I'm going to be doing. And from previous Football Managers, all the interviews are all the same or similar and pretty tedious. So you guys won't need to go through that. I'm going to go check these out now, and I will let you know how I get on. Okay, boys, we've had a lot of rejection there, but don't worry, there are a few which have offered us a job interview. Not to get ahead of ourselves here, job interview does not guarantee a job on this. So first team up is, there's going to be a lot of bad pronunciations of teams here, by the way. Sorry to anyone this offends. So first up is Cobe Ramblers, who knows, are an Irish team in the Airtricity First Division. So they're in the first league of the Irish division, I assume. It looks like there's only one on this, but yeah, so they're 17 games through, currently on 23 points. Straight off the bat, I don't really want to go in the Irish League, so gonna reject that one. I know I might be being fussy here, but I want something a bit more exciting than the Irish League. Next up is, oh no, is that is that even English? Sanliurfa Spor Kulübü, that'll do. Who are a Turkish team in, not sure what league this is, so stages. I know that's not the top league. Okay, so they're in the Kırmızı group, which is this one. They then go into the TFF League One, which is like the second division, and then up to the first division with like Galatasaray and that. So that's Turkey. Not sure if I'm that keen on Turkey, to be honest. They're quite low down. Not sure on the structure. Let's have a look at the squad. Oh, okay. That one is a no, guys. So declining that interview. Next up is Baranovici, who I pronounce like they were Italian, but are actually from Belarus. So Belarus team who are in, what league are these in now? So second division. So you've got top league there, and they are in the second division, currently in the relegation zone with 5 points from 11 games. Let's have a look at their squad. Small squad. Honestly, wouldn't say no to the Belarus League. Never managed in it before, so that's quite interesting. A lot of tough names to pronounce, which is always good fun. So they're a professional team. So, FM20 just sent a CV in and they're thinking, hey, let's get him in. Did you not see what he did with Wigan? If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Okay, yeah, so these are an interesting one. Reputation 1 star, founded in 1945. Their media prediction was 15th, and they are currently 15th, so obviously a very weak squad in this league. Okay. I'm going to attend that interview, just in case. I don't want to be too fussy and end up with nothing, because that would probably be the worst YouTube video ever. Next up, as you can see, we've got a few here, Next up's Magni from Iceland. Ooh, reputation 1.5, so these are a little bit better. Okay finances. I'll go back and check all the details of the teams a lot more during the interview stages. So these were reputation 1.5. Interesting badge. Bit of netting behind an old volleyball there. I'm going to just call them Magni for obvious reasons, because I'm not sure what that is. And that is also quite worrying because a lot of Icelandic names are pretty hard to pronounce. And this is a massive squad. Let's see what league these are in. So, second division. I keep forgetting what Magni it was, wasn't it? There they are. Currently 8th. 7 points from 7. Quite interesting. Season preview. Let's see where they are predicted. Okay. So they are predicted bottom. So they're actually doing all right at the moment. So I'm not sure why they've lost their manager, to be honest. They're only 2 points off bottom, but they're predicted 12th. They're 8th. Not bad. I'll attend that interview as well. Quite like the look of them. Next up is NFK Minsk. Another Belarusian team. Who are... What league is this? I don't know. A lot of these leagues are pretty alien to me, so I'm kind of just finding my feet looking at it here. NFK Minsk. So they're in the second division. Let's have a look. They are 1-star reputation, so a little bit less than Magni. Finances are okay. Senior squad. Not a bad size. A little bit on the small side maybe, but could work with it. Wow. Look at that naughty badge there. But first off, what I want to look at is the season preview. Okay. So they were 2-1 to finish second in this league. And they are currently in 12th. So they might have a strong squad. They got any injuries? No, just suspended. So left back gets a few goals, doesn't he? He's not bad, He's not bad. These are my favourites so far, I think, Look at him there. Long shots, 16. Especially considering they're underachieving. And they're not a bad side. Not sure what's going on here. If you finish second, you just don't get promoted or whatnot. Maybe that's a glitch. I don't know. But yeah, so that's Minsk. Another interesting one. Next up is Hapoel Nof Hagalil. That was all right, wasn't it? Israeli team who are in the second division again. So a lot of second division teams. I've forgotten what they're called, Hagil. So they've not started the season yet, which could favour them a little bit. I don't, the thought of taking a team over midway, 1.5 star. Okay. Yeah. Media prediction was 9th. Well, is 9th because they're not started the season yet. Have a look at highest valued player is this man onto. He's not bad. Okay, these are also a very, very, very tempting. Barry here as well. Terrible. So yeah, they're not bad. Had a little quick look at them. I will do that interview as well. And then final one from the first batch is AFK Linkoping. Don't know how to... That little O there with the 2 dots over. Does anyone know how to pronounce that? Founded in 2012. Wow. Semi-professional. 1/2 star reputation. Probably going to... Can't even speak. Probably going to reject this one because the other clubs are a lot more solid. Professional is a bit more easier to kind of get into as well, and the bottom. So, going to straight off the bat reject that one. Okay. And then just a bit of news. Okay, so there's the first ones. We've got Hapoel, Israel, Minsk, Belarus, Magni, Iceland, testing me memory here, Branovici, which was also Belarus. So I'll do these interviews and then we'll come back and see how I get on. So we've had a couple more job interview approaches here. First one is Knockbreda, who are a Northern Irish team in the Belfast Telegraph, which is not the first division. Again, Northern Ireland, not really where I want to go. And then the next one's also there, Oxford City, which I know straight away is obviously England, National League South, who are a semi-pro team. Don't want to go England. I've not had any replies yet from the other teams, so I am getting a little bit worried that I'm not going to get a job. So I'm going to do this interview for Knockbreda. Hopefully don't have to go with them, but last resort, at least I've got a job to do a video on. So we'll carry on and update you in a bit. Okay guys, just a little update of where we're at. The other jobs which we were looking at have fully knocked me back. Don't know if it's my interview technique or the fact that I have no coaching badges and hardly any football experience. So they've all knocked me back. These are our current ones we're left for. You can see the ones I've applied for. And the other ones are ones which have rejected me. So it's not looking good. Currently, it's looking like I might have to go for a Welsh or Northern Irish team. But yeah, so that's just a little update of where we're at. So as expected, here it is, guys. Conway have approached me and Knockbreda. So Conway from Wales and Knockbreda from Northern Ireland. Always make sure you get that right. So they... wage budget 5k. Wage budget 60. So Conway straight away is a no. Knockbreda, I'm going to delay for a week. I'm going to delay for a week and hopefully try and get a more exotic job in that time. If not, we're off to Northern Ireland. I've had another approach from a Swedish team, FC Gute. This is not going to go well, is it? This pronouncing names business, but right. So founded in 1904, semi-professional. I think that's all I'm going to get. Like, as expected, really. Like, I don't see how a professional team could hire a manager who has 0 qualifications. Reputation 1 star, finances okay. So a semi-professional team, half decent like squad. What else have we got? Terrible badge. Looks like I've created that on something like Paint or something. It's horrendous. Bit of word art there. They are currently sitting 13th after 14 games of the season. So halfway through, I assume they play each other twice. But yeah, halfway through the season, 13th, 4 points from safety. And they were predicted to finish 8th. So maybe could work with something there. But I'm going to delay them just because I've got a few more other semi-professional Swedish teams coming in and I want to compare, if they offer me a job, compare which one to go for. But it means I'm going to reject the Northern Irish job. Can't remember what they were called. Sorry, whatever team they are. But yeah, I'm going to reject them because I'd rather go to Sweden than Northern Ireland. So I'll delay this a week, check out my options, and then we'll go from there. As expected, there's a few more teams who've come in for me, as well, not as expected, but as I mentioned, the 2 semi-professional Swedish teams here as well. We've got Lidköpings FK and Rappi. I don't know if I can go them with a name like that, but I will look at them as well and compare them. So looking just here, like wage budget there, 2.2 compared to 1.7 there. So I'll compare the clubs. Like I won't bore you going through all that because it's a bit tedious to look through. But I think we're getting closer. It's looking like it's going to be a Swedish semi-professional team. I'll take it at the moment. Okay, guys, pack your bags, grab your coat. We're off to Sweden. Not as exotic as I was hoping, but it's better than Northern Ireland. And the team who we have got is Karlstad United. So it was getting a bit worrying out there. There was a lot of people rejecting me. Not sure I was going to get an exciting job, to be honest. I was on my last tin of Asda's own baked beans, so really happy. A half-decent team has approached me. Well, I'll let you decide that. Karlstad United. First positive, can say the name. Doesn't sound Swedish at all. Founded in 1999, semi-professional, reputation 1.5, which is better than some of the ones I was getting who are 1 stars. However, their finances are insecure, so I'm going to have to work around that. They are... What else can I tell you? So their media prediction was 2nd, and they are really underachieving, currently sitting in 12th. But obviously, they must have a half-decent squad to kind of have been predicted 2nd in the first place. So they're a team who I think got some potential and I can work with. Got some players who are worth some half-decent money here. 16k, Eric Jemberg there looks like a good player. Also, coach / player, 31. Love to see it. Eric Nilsson there, defensive midfielder. So yeah, so they look all right. Wage budget 11k, that was a lot higher than a lot of the other clubs I was looking at as well. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. It's interesting. It's a good sort of club culture to abide by. Work within the wage budget. It's a 5-year plan. End of this season is avoid relegation, so hopefully I can do that. Reach the group stage of the cup. The Svenska Cupen. Love that. Grow the club's reputation. Grow the club's reputation the season after that. And work towards gaining promotion. So it's quite an exciting team, I think. Start negotiations. Yeah, just paying whatever. 1 year, so got to do it in the 1 year. So that's the team, Karlstad United. We'll have a quick little look through the team then. Here we go. So let's get it into selection info. So a minimum of 9 players trained in Sweden for 3 years before 21st birthday. So we need to remember that. That's a league rule. I also didn't mention the actual league I'm in is Division 1 All the other teams I was looking at were in sort of in this Division 2 area. So really happy to have kind of got a little bit higher up the chain, and because if I can get these into the first division, or don't know, we don't know what's going to happen. That's the exciting thing about it, isn't it? I could end up going off to Belarus next year. Don't know. We'll see. No sort of plan on how long I have to stay at clubs. If it gets a bit stale, I will kind of look towards other ones, but really no kind of set plan. Bit of freedom on it, just for enjoyment purposes, really. So here we go. Appointed new manager. Information here about the club. Reputation 1.5 star. Information there. The facilities, our stadium is the Tingvalla IP, 10,000 capacity, built in 1919. So old stadium. Gone through all this. So we've done all that. Basically just want to have a quick look at the sides before I go off, and it's quite a small squad. Tried to scroll there with the old mouse and nothing happened. So let's go through them. So I haven't actually really looked at the team properly, so this will be, again, first time. So we've got Fredrik Emberg, not bad. Tobias Johansson, who looks like the backup. Centre halves here, Ludvig Graham. Eric Forsberg, not the good one from Leipzig, but instead the really unfit centre half with stamina 4. But he's a big lad. He looks all right. Jonas Olsson, again, not the one from West Brom. Don't know if maybe they have a lack of name variety in Sweden. I don't know, but we've already picked out 2. Next up, wing back, full back is Michel Yanez Hernandez, who is Swedish. Nice. Eric Sachs, who can play a few places. Eric Nilsson, centre mid, looks solid. Jesper Karlsson, again, another solid centre mid. Andre Jernberg. Eric Jernberg, centre mid, who looks a player. Good. He's that coach, isn't he? He's very poor physicals, but got a bit of technique about him, free kicks, set pieces, so we might be able to do something with that. Then Linus Almqvist, who's another centre mid. Gustafsson, right midfielder, not very good. Bilas Jonakir, who is a left mid, looks all right, good technique, flair. Hader, another left mid, probably back up to the other lad. Oscar Danielson, who is play on either side again, nothing that special. Kleis Nyman, striker, again, nothing there. Ahmed Bonner, who's on loan from that team, 19 years old, looks fairly average. Timothy McNeil up front, who is Swedish. He looks all right. Finishing 11, heads in 13, pens. Looks like he's a bit of a target man apparently. Maybe not jumping first touch isn't that good. Strength's all right, 6'1". And then finally, Alexis Baka, I'm going to go for, who looks like more of a advanced forward, kind of in behind striker, not too slow, average, and half decent finishing at this level, I think. So that's the team. Form currently is not so great. Out of the cup to Grebestan's, lost our last game, and I've got a game coming up in 5 days. So we'll come back for those first days, see how the squad is. I'm not sure on when the on the transfer markets when they open. So let's have a look. Rules: 16 teams, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. 30 matches, each team play each other twice. The match squad, that's interesting. So it's not just the whole squad. The match squad must have at least 9 players trained by a club in Sweden. So that's quite interesting. So I can't really get any foreign players in. Not that I don't think I really could, with being a semi-pro team. Transfer windows are 15th of July till the 11th of August. So great. I've just missed that. So I guess this is the team we're going to have to work with. I'll check on loans as well, whether you can get any loans outside of this transfer window. But I was hoping to kind of get a few players in, to be honest. Yes. Okay. Maximum of one player allowed on loan per match. God, so this league's very much about making you play with Swedish players, homegrown players who are not really relying on them. So I guess that's a way of getting the lower leagues to produce more Swedish talent. But yeah, so that's the team. This is the current league table. Average rating. So there we go. Jernberg, that player coach, is assist 7. He's probably looking like he's going to be one of my better players. Aim of the season is to avoid relegation, and I've got 9 games to do that. Yes, 16 teams, play each other twice, 30 games. So I've got 9 games to survive relegation, and then we can build for next season, see how far we get. I'll come back for the next 2 games, who are Sylvia and Gefil. Both games at home, so let's see if we can get off to a good start and survive relegation this season. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and see ya.